In the book Olive Kitteridge, each chapter has a different narrator about a lady named Olive Kitteridge. Since she lives in a small town located in Maine, everyone knows each other. Olive is mainly viewed as a retired schoolteacher who displays a stubborn attitude while at home with her husband and son. Some people aren't so aware of this side of Olive. When a young girl was struggling with anorexia, where her legs were as skinny as a spider, Olive feels very sympathetic for her, and then feels insecure about her own body, considering that she's a plump lady. With the arrangement of similes and metaphors, the author helps the reader picture this girl's body from Olive's point of view. By searching for appearances that are completely the opposite of Olive, her mind is set on physical features that only matter to herself, making her feel insecure in her own skin. Although Olive is overall oblivious to all the changes around her. Her husband Henry finds his marriage with Olive lucky yet a curse. She tyrannizes her own son Christopher about his marriage with a girl in which Olive has ruined. Olive becomes aware of her surroundings slowly. When her husband Henry has a stroke, Olive realizes how quick her life can end with him and how everything can suddenly change. The author does this to Olive to help relate her character to many people in our world, where people just take advantage of the loved ones that surround them. As the mood of the scene changes, so does the weather. The tulips died, the trees turned red, the leaves fell off, the trees were bare, and snow came. Fall is a symbol of death and represents Henry's life to soon end. This leaves Olive to look at her life from a new perspective by becoming more involved with Christopher and the people around her. The author lays out the order of events the way she did in order to leave the reader clues and curiosity to the next scene. With all the situations that are happening to Olive, she is brought to a deeper understanding of what it means to take advantage of her life. The theme of the book is wisdom because of the personal experiences the main character inherits. The residents of the small town in Maine helps shape Olive to become a person that is more aware of their own actions and become more muddled with the world around her. In the last chapter, Olive meets a guy who has gone through the same situation as herself, where their spouse passed away. After walking through the park and not acknowledging the nature that surrounds her in the park, Olive only thinks about this one man and takes the chance to ask Jack Kennison if he would like to join Olive for lunch one time. He offers dinner instead because it gives him something to look forward to, while lunch gives him the rest of the day to wait for this date. This creates change for Olive, and it's a change that she's just not used to. After experiencing many traumatic situations, such as her husband's death, Olive uses wisdom to help guide her through the date and adventure through a part of her life that is completely new to her. Throughout the story, Olive transforms emotionally because of the events that can later make her regret the mean decisions that have been portrayed in front of friends, family, and work. The reader will change their opinions at the end of the book from disliking Olive to being the favorite character in the entire book. Olive Kitteridge is once again a book that is quite relatable to some people in the world, in which it displays real-life events. If someone is too caught up in themselves, they will soon regret it and will have to find a way to cope, just like Olive did. Olive is a perfect example of this because of her focus on herself and then experience situations that she thought would never come so soon. She also helps the reader look at their life in different perspectives in order for them not to make the mistake that Olive has made. For short, embrace your friends and family because you never know what's going to come.